Alright, back again, Luke here, and today what I thought I'd show you guys is the mess and destruction going on in this place. As you can see here, I drug out the old steering wheel here for Ridge Racer 2. I pulled out the board, and that board was in storage for about a year or so, so I want to make sure that thing still worked, so plugged that thing in and kind of mounted the steering wheel up here up to this monitor just to check it all out, and this thing seems to be working still alright. It's pulls a little bit to the right, so I'm gonna have to adjust that, but other than that it's still working, so I was pretty happy about that. But if you guys remember a couple videos ago, I was talking about trying to get these things working, and this is my Gauntlet Dark Legacy board. And I also had the Gauntlet Legends board, and both of which had the hard drives in them. The hard drives failed. I had my boss at the time, he made up a couple of hard drives. The one hard drive that he made up for Gauntlet Legends didn't work, and the one for Dark Legacy did work, but soon it started to do the 3 taps and you're out, and then it stopped working. So I really want to get these things going. So I decided to kind of bite the bullet and give it a shot myself, but for those of you who know me, you'll probably know that I am not software savvy by any means. I like messing around with hardware, but when it comes to software, I'm such a novice that I tend to do more damage than good. So what I did is I downloaded the files that I thought I needed for Chadman, and the Chadman file with the Gauntlet Dark Legacy and the Gauntlet Legends file. And when I downloaded them, I looked at the file size and saw that it was like 1.76 gigs or something like that, and thought, hey, you know what? I can just get a couple of 2 gig cards and that'll work. But after yeah, decompressing the file, it came out to be like 3 gigs, so I was like, great, I bought some useless, compact flash drives here. And these compact flash cards are not cheap in Japan. They're probably not cheap anywhere, I'm guessing, but each card here cost me about 3,000 yen, so I wasted, like 9,000 yen or 100 bucks on flash cards that I didn't need, a compact flash that I couldn't use. Maybe I can use these for like other, boards if I ever get a Killer Instinct board or something like that. They can come in kind of handy for that, but for this project they didn't work. So I went back and I got a 4 gig one. Or I got a couple of 4 gig ones. And when I was going and trying to do research on this stuff, I've been at this for like the last 3 days, which is why you haven't seen so many videos, but I was trying to check all the information. I tried to run the Chadman, I think it was version 0.140, but the image file that I had for Gauntlet was like version 0.146 or something like that. I don't know what it was all about, but I tried to type in the version 1.40 Chadman file to extract it to the disk. It wasn't working, so I was trying all this other goofy stuff, trying to get it going, and then, I thought that I put the image here on this 4 gig memory card, but what I wound up doing is formatting it into FAT32, and I didn't even realize it, and it didn't want to do anything after that. So I was looking online, and then I came across something like a thread posted saying like use diskpart, and diskpart is a pretty dangerous tool. So I went and used diskpart, and I was trying to fool around with that. I thought I could clean the disk, so I went and hit clean disk on this thing, and what it did is it kind of erased the bits or whatever on the card, so it comes up as like 3.73 gigs, but as far as like underneath the listing, like how many gigs the card has, it doesn't say. It just says like unknown or something like that, so I don't know if this thing's shot or not, but that's one card. And I shouldn't be messing around with software stuff. I know I'm bad at it, but I get into a project, I really want to get it working, and this is what it leads me to. Destruction. So anyway, after failure on this one, I got another card, and the other card which I was going to use for my Gauntlet Legends, which you can see over here, and I did the same kind of program. Luckily, I was able to get an image extracted off of that, off of the Chadman program and got it onto the other compact flash drive, and surprisingly I was able to get Gauntlet Legends to work. So I was pretty happy about that, but as far as Gauntlet Dark Legacy goes, this is version 2.52. I'm not having any success with this, so I might have to try and get another compact flash and then try and I don't know, something. Re-add it again to, I don't know, to see if it'll work. I'm not sure. But I figured I'd show you guys here the successful part, and that is this one here. As you can see down there, maybe, there's that 4 gigabyte compact flash. It's in the compact flash drive here. And unfortunately, because it's a blast city here, I don't have negative 5 volts hooked up to it, so the volume is a bit goofy. It doesn't display sounds, and that's just because it doesn't have the negative 5 volts, or it doesn't have the negative 5 volts needed by the old Midway boards, like Midway's Mortal Kombat, or anything made by Midway. It's just really picky about that negative 5 volts, so... But, yeah, I'll flip this thing on here, and, you know, pretty happy. At least having this going. You can see it here. doing its thing there. And yeah, I really don't know how I did this. I really have no idea. But yeah, it says it's initializing audio. And you can see it's got a little bit of a humming sound coming from it, like a brrrr, and that's because it doesn't have the right voltage for the sound to come out. At least that's what I believe it is, because that's the way it is with all of my Midway boards. It just doesn't like my Blast City. But I flipped the switches on here on the inside of the control panel to where the monitor itself is displaying 24 kilohertz. And I also have the switches set so that the D-sub connector on the side of the monitor is able to run down here into the video card. And that's running the display here. But when I first got this thing, and it had the old hard drive in it, I thought that the video card was pretty messed up because it was showing kind of like lines. If you guys remember that old video I put up on it, it was showing lines and stuff vertically, almost looked like jail bars. But having it hooked up to this, it doesn't seem to show it. So I'm pretty happy about that. I got one board working, and hopefully sometime in the near future, if I don't decide to format another compact flash in the wrong format or mess something up, I might have the other one working here sometime soon. But I was kind of excited to at least have this one going, because this is one of those boards where when I first powered it on with the original hard drive in it, I was able to get an image. But I wasn't able to play it because at that time I didn't have the controls wired up or anything. So I made that little mini cab, and I thought, oh, you know what, maybe I can get that Gauntlet Legends working. So plugged it back in, flipped the switch, and I think maybe I might have made a video where it was actually running for a little bit, but I wasn't able to do very much. Not soon after, pretty soon after that, the hard drive itself failed, so it wouldn't turn on at all. And ever since then, it's been dead. But luckily, now it's kind of working. You know, like I said, it doesn't have the sounds hooked up to it, but at least it's got an image, and I'm totally happy about that. Because this is, you know, for somebody who's really PC savvy, I'm sure they could have had this up and running in, you know, in a couple hours. But for me, I mean, like I said, I've been messing around with this for like the last 3 days, kind of off and on. Yesterday, I spent all day just messing around with the PC stuff and searching for commands and trying to get things sorted to get at least one of these working, and I was finally able to do that yesterday, and here I am today, kind of late in the evening, showing off what 3 days of confusion and yeah, messing with stuff has kind of paid off with. But luckily I'm able to kind of play this one. I don't have any sound for it. I think if I hooked up a regular power supply, like this PC power supply that I was using before, I would be able to get the sound out of it. I just have to wire up a couple of powered speakers to it to get the sound to come out here. But in the future, I might have to pick up a -5, I think a little adapter here for my Blast City so I can play those -5 volt games on it. But nonetheless, this is the damage or success, whatever way you want to look at it so far. Got one running and one more to go. So hopefully I can get this thing up and running sometime soon, because it'd be nice to have both of these Gauntlet boards back up and running again in full condition. But thought I'd share with you guys how far I've gotten so far, and yeah, this is where I'm at. But that's about enough rambling for me for right now. Just wanted to share this with you guys, and like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Whee! Let's see. I don't know if it takes coins. Let's see if it does take coins. Well, it takes coins. Let's see. Does it start? Yay, it starts up. Woohoo! This is something I haven't messed around with yet. Yay! Well, it works. It seems to work. But definitely got to fix that sound and got to get that other one going. But so far, so happy. Running! Whee! Get off me, dude! Get off me! I'm running. I can't run away. No! Let's go. We're just running. Running and getting shot. Oh! Getting dropped. Gotta get this going so I can do some proper gameplay here. It's kind of cool. Me doing absolutely nothing.